Well, yeah, it's BoFi Nation. Welcome back to the JockChain, where we're talking sports on the blockchain. This is episode 5. I missed you all very dearly in the past episode. I had some things to take care of, but 10 out of 10, I agree. T. Philly on the impersonation and filling in as a host. What's going on, man?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Yeah, we're having a pretty good Sunday here.
I'm still coming off the high from the UFC event last night.
Unbelievable, man. There was some wild stuff last night. I mean, we won't talk about the leg thing, but outside of the leg thing, it was a good night.
Yeah, right. Electric.
So we are going to dive into the Topps 2021 Series 1 digital packs that came out. That's going to be the main topic of conversation on the episode here today. The packs just dropped this past Tuesday on April 20th. And for those of you who didn't know about it, weren't able to get a pack, or this is your first time hearing about it, Tyler, what was the basics? Give us a quick rundown on what that drop looked like.
Yeah, so there's 2 different types of packs that you could buy: $5 standard packs, $99 premium packs. You were able to get at least one premium pack. I was locked out of those, so I only got a handful of standard packs. So yeah, that was basically it. The premium one had 45 different moments in it, cards, whatever you want to call them, and the standard pack had 6 in each.
Yeah, we'll call these cards because this is very much like the cardboard scene, and we'll dive into that a little later as well. Yeah, some people did have trouble. I got flashbacks to the early stages of Top Shot just because of the amount of people that were in there trying to get packs.
What I thought was interesting, though, is there were so many people kind of crapping on Topps about how it went and forgetting about how choppy the initial early day Top Shot pack drops went. Everybody was like, oh, no, this is why Top Shot's better. Like, okay, yeah, they're a little bit further down the line, but the early Top Shot pack drops were worse, in my opinion.
The people in the Wax Discord saying, I'm going back to Top Shot. Like, that is funny, man. You forget that a legendary drop, literally people were skipping the line and bots were getting it and everything. So, yes, there were some failed transactions. Yes, it seems like the processing of the packs went a little bit slow and it caused people to think they were actually going to get one when maybe it was sold out. But all in all, it went pretty smooth. And fortunately, you were able to get several standard packs. I was able to get a premium pack. And we did record that for you guys. We recorded the opening. So we'll play that now. If you're listening on podcast form, might be a good time to go to YouTube and check out the video here. You'll see what it actually looks like when we're opening these packs. We'll give you our initial thoughts in that video, and we'll dive into it a little bit. All right, man. What's going on? Let's see what's in these Topps standard packs that you got.
All right, first one. I don't like how they don't have music.
Yeah, and it goes pretty fast too when you
right. Okay.
When they all flip over.
Oh no. Chris Archer. Oh, a super rare. Xander.
Okay.
All right.
I don't have the percentages anymore in front of me to know like what the chances of getting that are. But also, that Ryan Brasler might be a short print too, just given the way that the card looks. We'll have to look at that after.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to need you to educate me on these because, I mean, it's nice that they're like the same thing as the cardboard scene, but I'm just not familiar. The first thing, a little crash course for me.
We'll do a deep dive too.
The first thing that came to mind, obviously, is Xander is super rare, but the Chris Archer. I mean, that's kind of brutal as a Pirates fan, knowing that we gave up Glass now, Baz, and Meadows for him. Yeah. All right, let's rip another.
Let's go, man. That was a pretty solid pack there.
I'll take that. All right. So
anytime you get a super rare and a standard.
So yesterday, these weren't updating whenever I was opening them. They would still show, and then you try to go back and do it and say not available. All right.
Number 2. Another uncommon.
Okay.
This
I got a handful of those yesterday. I don't like
nice.
how they don't have the serial number for you to see like right off the bat. I like Jordan Alvarez though.
Yeah, and
Rougned
yesterday it was taking a
Odor
minute
on the
to show up.
Rangers instead of the Yankees.
Yeah, yeah. Rugi when he still had a beard. The beard is no longer.
This is post brawl with
We'll have to
Joey
see if they
Bats.
show up in your wallet after when I'm opening the premium to see. We can take a look at the serials after.
Okay. Last one for the standards. Okay, another uncommon. We got Jurickson Profar. I think that's the second uncommon one of his that I got. I think I got Mark Canna in the first one we just pulled. All right. I mean, I'll take it.
Use the duplicates to test out the market and see, see what it's like selling some stuff for the wax.
Right. All right, but now we got to get to yours. We got to get to the premium.
Yeah, pack. We did come away with one premium pack yesterday. In all of the mess, I was lucky enough to get one. So let's see what happens. Just kidding. It says please log in again. Let me stop sharing for a second in case
some sensitive information.
It shouldn't, but there we go. Okay. Let's see. Let's try this again with our premium pack. And let's see what it looks like. If it's just going to throw 50 cards on the screen.
Like that. Oh my goodness. I mean, imagine having to eat all 50 individually though.
Yeah, but
Brandon McKay.
Okay. I'm just going to the top, but I saw some cool stuff in there. It is kind of fun when you actually rip a pack and you have to be careful, and then you throw away the thing, and now you have a stack, and you go through in case you have like a one of one in there. You don't want to damage it. You know what I mean? Okay. So
lots of commons.
Yeah, a little rookie right there in the top row, though.
Take it.
A little post-game hand wash. That's definitely a duplicate. I got one of those yesterday.
That was in my first pack I opened.
Wow. Okay.
All comments so far.
I know, but this is cool. I'm getting good vibes from this. Even though they all just kind of popped up on the screen, I like this. I just like the cardboard.
Bellinger.
Max Stassi, I'm a fan. A Chris Bubich rookie card. Nate Pearson rookie card. Nate Pearson throws absolute ched. The guy puts pelts up there at like well over 100 plus.
Looks like they're stacked up. So now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I like that either though, because I like when they're all kind of mixed in and you
deciphering yourself.
If hopefully we keep going down the rarity list here. We have some uncommons, rookie in there. Okay, a little World Series variant right there from Mookie. These are some of my favorites in real life. The rare, the sort of rainbow foil.
The rainbow.
Acuna.
We'll take
because
that.
when the light hits them in real life, they really do give off a different color. So they're some of my favorites. But those are dope.
Big Eloy guy right there.
Oh yeah, you are a big Eloy guy. The White Sox, didn't you say World Series because Eloy's coming back?
Yeah, exactly.
Epic exclusive Jock Peterson flashback with the Dodgers. Evan White rookie card, okay. And then to top it all off, my exclusive Future Stars Brendan McKay.
So I actually graduated. He went to high school about 10 minutes away from me. So he's a Whippy guy. We played him in high school, graduated same year. I think he let up one earned run his entire high school career. It was something insane. I foul tipped him once, so I got that going for me.
It's probably more than most people did. And I'm sure he also hit 50 home runs because he is, I don't even want to say a poor man's Shohei, but he can swing it too. So
he can.
Cool, man. Let's see. So there it was. There was the pack opening. Aside now that you've gone back and watched it again, what are your thoughts on the presentation? What are your thoughts on the experience of the pack opening?
I liked it. Though again, I'll reiterate the two things I said on there was I don't care for having to go back into the wallet to actually view the serial numbers, because like whenever I did go back, I got a handful. I had 7 different double digit numbers, and I really wished I could have seen those upon opening the pack. And then second, it'd be nice to have a little bit of music playing in the background, but and I won't beg for too much, but no, I liked it. I think the pack opening was kind of cool, like how it rips in the beginning. But yeah, if they could show the serials, I think that would go a long way.
Yeah, definitely. So let's dive into it a little bit. I totally skipped over this when we were recording it. It slipped through because I didn't notice. There was a Nolan Arenado in there, serial number 3. It was a super rare, but it didn't stick out at first. Why? Because it's a short print. Mentioned this in the video, incorrectly thought that one of the ones you opened in the standard pack was a short print. But a quick rundown on what that is. Every player has their base card in the series, and then they have what's called these short prints. Most of the time, it's them not actually in their normal act of playing the game. They even have some super short prints. So you can see here, this is in the actual Topps 2021 Series 1 set, Nolan's base moment or base card, and then the short print here. So,
and coming from somebody that isn't really aware of that, is there an easy way to tell whenever you're just looking at the card without knowing, just having the knowledge beforehand, whether it's a short print? Like, are there any identifiers on the card itself, or is it like you said, it's usually when they're not in the game?
Yeah, it's usually when they're not in the game. There's not an identifier on the front of the card, but usually there is on the back. And you actually can't see this here, but what's cool is if you actually click it in your wallet, you can see here the rarity, super rare, subset, short print. So that's how you can tell in here. But also when we did open the premium pack, it said underneath it super rare. I just glanced over it and started talking about something else.
Just looked at the color instead.
Yeah, exactly. It looked like a common moment, so I glanced over it. So that's short prints, and then we mentioned the different variants that they had. So just a quick rundown on that. The rainbow foils I mentioned. I'm not sure. This is the odds of getting it in the packs, but they, for example, in 2021 made 2021 gold variants. The Independence Day variants you can see here. They made 76 of them. What's cool about that is I also got one of those or 2 of those in the premium pack, and they're also minted out of 76. So they did a good job of keeping it in line with the actual variants that exist. And it's fun. It's fun when you get some of those more common players, but in more rare forms. Of the ones that you saw, are there any variants that stick out to you as sort of a personal favorite?
I like the rainbow.
Yeah, is
that what it's actually referred to as?
Yeah, rainbow foil. They're also called parallels sometimes, and I'm no expert, but rainbow parallel or orange or things.
I like how that sticks out, just because it's like animated almost on like when you're actually in your wallet, as opposed to just the colored border.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see it here.
Kind of like the Independence Day variant up top.
Mm-hmm. That's a great point. You see, I also have a silver Topps coin here out of my free pack. I pulled, I forget what rarity it was, but
it's better than my wooden coin I pulled.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the market, right? So you have these packs that were for sale for US dollars, but then trading of the cards in the secondary market is done with wax. And I'll show you the atomic market, and we can talk about the marketplaces here in a second. But before we get there, I want to get your thoughts on these Redux packs. You can basically burn a few cards that you have and get a more rare card that's only available by burning 5 or so. So you can see the jumbo here. What's your thoughts on something like this?
I like it. I mean, again, it's just anything to add utility to these. So if you can actually burn the moment itself, it's interesting balance, because you're decreasing the volume for people that hold that card later on. But being able to kind of put it towards a new pack, I think, is really, really neat concept, and not something that we really see right now with Top Shot, for instance.
Definitely. I agree 100%. And it's doing some crazy things to the price of these cards. This is not like Top Shot. These cards that have come out, they're selling on Atomic Hub for a very reasonable price. Some of them for less than $1, these common cards. But you can see here, this Teoscar Hernandez that is part of the Redux pack is selling for $55. This is a common card, or 331 wax is what the transaction's actually done in. So you can see there are 1,580 of these that have been opened so far. 960 of them have been burned. So it's driving the number, the supply of these Teoscar Hernandez common cards down in order for people to get these Redux moments here. What would be your advice if someone didn't even know that this was a thing and they're holding on to one right now?
Yeah, if you're not gonna go for, burn it and get one of the Redux packs, I would definitely look to sell it. But I think that is an interesting point too, though. Like, again, to compare this to Top Shot, is the act of burning it is driving down the demand. So, I mean, this is kind of like the challenge effect that we see with moments on Top Shot, where during the challenge, they're at their peak, their height of, how much they're worth. And then after the challenge ends is whenever you see the drop in the market. Now, I assume we're going to see the exact same thing here. If you don't flip it for somebody to burn, to sell to somebody that's planning on burning it, you're going to see the price drop. But it'll be interesting to see how much it drops, just because the act of burning it drives down the overall volume in the marketplace.
Yeah, the supply.
And so, yeah,
the interesting part about that too, though, is after the challenge ends in Top Shot, the same number of moments still exist. So people then go to sell them off.
Right.
After this Redux timer ends, those burned moments are never coming back. So the number of common Teoscar Hernandez's will never go back to what it once was.
Right. Long story short, though, probably flip it to get the most out of it.
I need to do that as well. There's some good stuff you can get out there for 330 wax. I just showed the Atomic Hub marketplace, which appears to be the choice from Topps because it's their affiliated marketplace here on the top. However, there are 3 marketplaces you can use to sell these on. What's your take on that? It's different than Top Shot, what we're used to as well, where it's all in one place. This is more like your traditional NFT marketplace, if you will, in that you can buy it on Rarible and OpenSea and all these other places. There's 3 different marketplaces. So does that bother you, or do you like that?
I just think it's a little bit confusing, and I talked about it before. The why Top Shot has exploded and gained so much popularity is just its simplicity compared to the NFT and crypto space. Now, like you said, this is a little bit more native to true NFT projects and incorporates the crypto element with having to use wax on the secondary market as opposed to USD like we were able to for the actual pack drop itself.
Yeah,
but I think it's a little bit confusing. I mean, just to me, I was just caught off guard, I guess, whenever I saw that there were 3 different marketplaces. But I guess, in comparison to the actual cardboard space with Topps, you can buy them anywhere you want at, like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, on different forums, or, travel shows whenever people go and set up booths for cards, things like that. So it is a little bit more similar to that space as opposed to Top Shots, where it's all just encompassing in one website for now, at least.
Yeah, I agree. However, we do need an evaluate market to come up pretty soon.
I don't know.
So we can track the sales over the 3 marketplaces and know, what's a fair and reasonable price for some of these.
Right. I want to see that 680% ROI and then just watch it crumble all the way back down to like 100% ROI.
Oh, geez.
Not even worth my time.
Yeah. That's interesting. So you mentioned eBay, Facebook, Facebook Marketplace, that is, and these different marketplaces that you can buy the traditional cardboard pieces. That kind of segues into the next point here, and a point that I'll make. But I want to first ask you: did this project feel rushed to you? It kind of came out of nowhere. It happened quick. It's not a big fancy website. There's no flashy colors and sounds when you open the pack. Did it feel rushed to you?
A little bit. Obviously, I mean, we talked about it, that we thought MLB would be the last people to the scene. And, I guess they just basically did a lift and replace and put their cardboard market, physical market basically in digital form with, what they did with this project. So rushed a little bit, but I think they just wanted to get to market, and they certainly did before any of the other major sports besides the NBA.
Or any of their other competitors in Major League Baseball, like Panini and others.
Yeah, and that's a good point, because it's not just an exclusive license like we see with NBA with Top Shot. That's a really good point.
Yeah. I don't think it felt rushed. I actually think it was calculated, and here's why. The biggest complaint people have with the actual cardboard space for someone who's doing a little bit more than just buying a pack here and there and collecting, for people who are trading and buying and selling frequently, is that you are going through eBay. So there's a level of trust that needs to be had there, and sort of the peer-to-peer. But you also, we talked about this before, you're having to deal with getting it graded if you want to sell it for more than just ungraded value. You have to wait, you have to send it in, pay, get it graded, wait for it to come back, post it on eBay, wait for somebody to buy it, take it to the post office, ship it. Those are the biggest headaches with it. And this is all now eliminated. We've seen that these cards are pretty identical to the actual cardboard Topps 2021s. Series 1s, and I think that's intentional. I don't think they wanted it to be these super utility NFT pieces. I think they're sort of sticking to their guns in what they did by saying, hey, we hear the complaints, we're taking all that out, we're putting it on the chain now, on the blockchain, sports on the blockchain. So it's in my opinion, it was calculated. It was executed well. Like, these cards look great, and they showed up in people's wallets. And so that's just a little bit of a different perspective on it.
And I guess that's not to say, I don't know whether this project like itself could house replays like Top Shot does in the future, or if that could be a separate, entirely separate license that the MLB distributes to the highest bidders.
Yeah, I do still want to see that, though.
Yeah.
while I like the sort of nostalgia, if you will, of actually collecting baseball cards and how they kept it close to home, I would love to see the highlights. Mm-hmm. There's some fun stuff. Even just last night, Bauer and Tatis going at it, and Tatis home run off of him and closing an eye. And I just think, you want to make baseball exciting, play some exciting clips. That would really interest people. So it was executed well. However, there seems to be a little bit of discrepancy afterwards. The communication from the Wax Discord was completely randomized. The way that the packs worked, the order that you opened the packs in didn't matter. It was pre-minted. The packs were pre-filled and totally randomized. You sent me an article in the week, during the week, from Moment Ranks, who's does a lot with NBA Top Shot, arguing a bit of a different story here. What did it say? What caused concern?
So like you described, they basically made the promise that everything was pre-minted. So like NBA Top Shot, the pack that you get into your account, the moments will remain unchanged, whether you open that right now, whether you open a month from now, whether you open it 10 years from now. Those moments will always be the same. Now, Topps, said that it would be the same thing in this scenario. And it actually turned out, this article kind of did a deep dive, and it seemed as if the moments were minted initially, and then they were reminted essentially whenever you actually open the pack, saying that the pack essentially was created, the contents of the pack were created once you actually opened it, as opposed to it being just static whenever it's in your wallet.
Yeah, it's definitely concerning in the data that they did there. I wonder if that was an intentional thing, if it was simply this was the first drop and there was a bit of some difficulties in the system that caused it to happen. But you certainly don't want that to be the case, right? We wanted to record our pack openings, so we waited 24 hours before opening ours. If that means that we had a lesser chance at getting a card that was more rare, or getting a Mike Trout, because they all go instantly, that's certainly a problem.
Right, exactly. And it's really the transparency. Like, if that's the case, then let people know. But there was multiple posts in their Discord saying that wasn't the case, and you didn't have to rush to open your packs. So I
Yeah.
just would like to see a little bit more transparency if they even knew that that was the case and it wasn't just an error on their end, which
Yeah.
if that's the case, then I can understand, but fix it moving forward.
Definitely. So we'll keep an eye on that. I have not seen anything about the next drop. I'm hoping they come out with some more packs soon. And it'll be interesting to see because in with the real Topps packs that come out, they'll do a Topps update. They'll do a Series 2, all tied to this baseball season. And so I wonder if we're only going to get drops around that time or if it's going to be more throughout with some different cards. So we'll keep an eye on that and we'll see. Final thoughts on this. Is this something that you will continue to try to get packs on? Is this something that you're interested in? What do you think?
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, you're coming from the cardboard space and you've talked to me a lot about it. And I mean, just the entire NFT digital collectible space just excites me. So yes, I'm definitely going to be involved in it. Definitely going to be involved in the UFC when it comes out. Definitely going to stay involved with Top Shot. So yeah, they have me hooked. So, I mean, it will be interesting. Like you said, though, whether are these going to be on a delay from the release of the actual like physical cards, or will they drop at the same time? I wonder what their strategy will be behind that. So we'll see whenever I guess the next packs come out.
Absolutely. So a few notes before we go. Number one, if you did get packs, go check the Redux, the burn moments and see if you have any. I think they're all going for like more than $50 right now for a common card. That's pretty unheard of. So if you're not going to do it, go sell. Number two, and this is a note on Top Shot. The Top Shot Showcase Challenge ends here in a couple of days. So join our SpoFi Discord. We have enough people in there that will help get you to 20 likes on your Top Shot Showcase. We'll continue to talk through it and get everybody that free Dapper money that's out there.
Don't miss out on $20 in Dapper.
Yeah, I mean that's gold right now. So third and final thing before we go, head over to our Twitter at SpoFi HQ. We're doing a giveaway. We're going to give away 5 of these standard base packs. These standard packs from Series 1. We have them in our accounts. We'll transfer it. All you need is a Wax wallet. The Twitter lists what you got to do, but one of them is subscribe to us on YouTube. So if you're watching there, please give us a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe. That way, you can see our content when it comes out more. Head over to Twitter, check out the details. We'll be doing that giveaway on Friday, and we'll see you guys on the JockChain next time. See ya.